What's up, everybody? My name is Justin, and welcome back to Shadow Nexus. I appreciate you tuning in. Oh yeah. Hey, gotta keep the vibes going. I know I keep moving everything around and all that stuff, but hey, it's all good, right? Well, yes, it is. It is all good. Got some chai tea going. Had a bunch of protein shake today. Speaking of which, I really want to let it be known, Mud, that I do want to try out the mud water. I want to try out the mud water. This is what I'm currently using. Just to throw that out there. Maybe some of y'all need to, do the thing. I'm not promoting this company or anything. I got this at Walmart for, it was $22 or something like that, right? And you know how a lot of people out there will go and spend like $20 something on one of these, right? I went to the Dollar Tree and got this for $1.25. So why not save you some money? And if you're gonna get one of these, go to Dollar Tree and get one for $1.25 opposed to paying all that. I got this in the refrigerator right now. It's not cold enough for me to drink, but this is my third one today. Just to let it be known. And the chai tea that I'm drinking, that I have been drinking like the past week, it's amazing. It's greatness. So there's that. Anyways, welcome. If this is for my TikTok video, well, I'll probably just do... Never mind about that. Just ignore what I'm saying. But if you're new here and this video is on my YouTube channel, then don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you can get notified anytime I do a video. Right? Cool. All right. Cool. We on the same page? The mathing? All right. Cool. We on the same page. And so I'm going to do a Rumi Oracle reading. And then, yeah. So remember, don't force the shoe to fit. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Eat the fish, spit out the bones. And yeah. Let's get to it. Shall we? If this is on TikTok, however, just make sure you share, subscribe, or hit the like button, all that good stuff. Drop comments. Let me know how this is hitting for you. All right? Deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, fill the lungs. Out through the mouth. Eyes closed. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Welcome to each and every one of you. I appreciate your love, your support. My TikTok channel is brand new. I wasn't going to even do a TikTok, but here I am doing a TikTok and YouTube at the same time. So y'all get the same video. So if you want to watch it twice and you want to join me on TikTok, go ahead and go over there to TikTok, alright? Cool. What's that? You want to cut? All right, let's do it. Rumi, what messages do you have for the collective in general right now for the month of July? Rumi, what messages do you have for the collective? Oh man, there we go. I love it when they come out like that. You who sow the way. And there we go. Hope you can see that fairly well. All right. So, you who sow the way. It's kind of interesting. Before I jump into the book, I just want to say that off rip, the first thing that I noticed, let me see if we can. There we go. You can see that better. I want to always make sure that you have a good view and all that greatness, right? Let me get a drink of water real quick. This is a Wakia Hawaiian volcanic water. And speaking of water, that's the first thing that stuck out to me, right, on this card here. With the number 33 2 being present, and we'll talk about the number 33. It is a master number, and we'll get to that in just a second. But what really stood out to me first was this water, right? And not just anything about the water. What really stood out was how they look like pyramids, right? So when I noticed, I was like, I was thinking like spaceships and stuff like that, right? And I have a lot of pictures that I take. So maybe I'm talking to somebody who is a photographer or is into photography or thinking about getting into photography. That's a high possibility here. So anyways, moving on. And a lot of the pictures that I've taken, right? And I can share some of these to the community post. How quickly I'll do that varies, because I got to get these reads out. A lot of things that I got to do, right? So that being said, I'm also talking to somebody who has a lot of things on their plate. This might feel, I'm willing to bet I wouldn't be surprised that if I pulled tarot, if the Ten of Wands came out, right? But so I'm feeling a really fiery energy. So I could be talking to a Sagittarius. And as I said that, I feel like, see this right here? It's like fiery looking. When I said Sagittarius, that's like fiery looking. So I'm going to take that as, a confirmation. But, the water, and right? Water, we're talking about divine feminine and the emotions, right? And I feel like things are just, we're in the storm, right? Like, see how the waves are all crazy, right? And when I noticed that it was water and waves, right? I was like, that's interesting to me, because, the second thing that I noticed in the card was the yellow sky. This says sun energy to me, right? But I feel like a lot of people Notice this light coming down to his crown chakra here, or her. And then you got this globe. So I feel like, like the Taurus field. While we're in this storm, this is what I'm getting. While we're in this storm, it's important to remember, while things may be hectic and crazy and chaotic, right? That it's always important right now more than ever, right? It's always important. It's never less important, but more than ever now, it's important to protect our aura, which is interesting because I just did a unboxing for Aura Bloom, right? And the crystal they sent me was a labradorite, and this is a psychic moonstone. For those who don't know about labradorite, we'll just say that, but I mean, labradites, it enhances our intuition and, our connection to spirit and whatnot, but it's a protection stone, right? That's what I'm getting at. I don't want to get too far out in the multi-directional field pertaining to context as subject here. But anyways, so protecting our aura, our energy field and whatnot. And I before I even did that video for Aura Bloom, it's out. Feel free to go check that out on all my social platforms. Sorry, I'm trying to break the habit of saying and you know what's funny about that is I was at Walmart today, right? And so when I was at Walmart and I was getting a few things that I needed, I got a couple heads of lettuce and some good greens, right? And I decided to go over to the clothes aisle real quick. I know this is the multi-directional field, but it's coming through right now. So, there could be a message. Okay, not could be, but there is. Okay, so there's a message off rip coming through that during these times, it's really important to watch the finances, right? Get what you need, not too much. Dang it. And I said, but that's okay. At least I'm caught. See how I caught it though? When we catch things, which is the same thing as, accepting responsibility, right? But it's catching it. So there's triggers. So when we catch them, it's okay. Notice how I'm not beating myself up, right? But anyways, there's that. Don't beat yourself up and just have fun with it. When I was a rapper, I know this is really random, but just work with me here. So when I was a rapper, not that I'm not a rapper anymore, or that I love music, but I've went through so much change and transformation, right? That it's more of a hobby now than it was in my past, right? But when I started doing freestyles, right? When I started doing freestyles, it wasn't easy. And I wrote poetry, right? Music is poetry. And yeah, it's still too warm. Dang it, see, there it was again. But our awareness and paying attention and how we have it, right? We are able to then, now that it's in our awareness, we can put out our spidey senses, turn the radar detector on for that, which doesn't come without the other tool that we need, which is mindfulness. Because if we're not mindful of things, how are we going to be aware of things, right? Okay, so we're in the storm, right? We got the old paradigm dissolving, the old world, right? Everything is changing. And things are changing now, very quickly now, faster than ever. Like time is speeding up, right? So back to how I noticed, I take this as sun energy, right? And activations because of the crown. But it reminded me of a light pillar, right? And so this really speaks to me as representing humanity, because things are rocky right now, and we're going through a lot of change. A lot of people, especially during today's portal for 2525, or confirmation, if that picked up on there or not, I don't know, but if it did, that's awesome. So yeah, anyhow, for the 2025 portal, or the 2525 portal, this energy really pulls on all the things that no longer work for us, right? And yeah, I got some neighbors today. I've been dealing with a lot of NPCs. How about y'all? Y'all been dealing with a lot of NPCs? I hope not. So with the 2525 portal, right? And it's pulling on everything that no longer works. All the things that no longer serve us, right? And because of that, anybody who's still in the energy of comfort zone, like old comfort zone, or this is a call for clearing. It's clearing right now, okay? And so stagnant energy, it's things we haven't faced emotionally, self-love, self-care. It's more important now, spiritually as well as physically, to balance ourselves out between the two, right? So this card, also, what I just noticed is that it represents, because of the water, it's divine feminine. And then we have the divine masculine with all this yellow here, right? Some of y'all might need to work on the solar plexus, or the root chakra, which is getting grounded. Solar plexus is creative energy, right? So anyhow, all the elements are here and present. So I love how this card came out, right? Because we can't see air, but we know air is there in order for the fire to exist, in order for the water to blow around, right? So, and it's like, here's this mountain, and here's this fire. Maybe there's going to be some wildfires. We're about to see like a wildfire breakout. I don't know. Just saying, it's coming through. I say it how it comes out. So we're standing here in stillness, and that's 25 portal energy. While all this chaos is going on around us, it's about being still, present, aware, connected to spirit. A vigilant stance. Off in the distance, a ship coming in. So it seems. But only for those who step into this portal energy. Because when we step into this portal energy, we align ourselves, we're connected Therefore, what it is we're trying to achieve on many levels, business, our income, always time for a plane, train, automobile. Don't forget the lawnmower. Anyhow, and see how I just cope with that there, because my awareness is, I'm a limitless being, right? And you are too. Since we are limitless beings, we push our awareness outward, right? We push it outward. And the more we extend our awareness out, and we're careful and mindful of our energy, doing our spiritual practice, staying grounded, doing yoga, anything that's holistic and healing and for the mind, body, and soul, which is what I was trying to touch on with the pyramid thing, Trinity, right? Mind, body, soul, mind, body, spirit, right? Because we weren't always told the truth about what things actually represent, because that's another topic for another time. So, yeah, with the number 33 here, this is an ascended master number, so we're talking about ascension. Oh, so not only are we becoming ascended masters, right? We have the ascended master 33 coming in here, and one moment please. They're giving me a song. Okay, see, I got like two different things going on here coming in at once. Just give me one moment. Okay, so I'm hearing the Guns N' Roses song, Take Me Down to the Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Take me home, yeah, yeah. So that's significant for somebody. Somebody might be listening to that song right now. Okay. And then so the other song is, I don't know, maybe it's off a movie, but I know it's stupid. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it. Okay, so that's coming through right now. So some of you might be on the move, or in the midst of a move, or about to be moving from the location you're at to a destination you'd rather be at. A lot of forward movement energy I'm hearing. Okay, so all right, we're gonna end on. I'm gonna end that right there on this note, so we can get to. They want me to read from the book right now. Hope y'all are staying cool. Remember to make sure you drink plenty of water. Lots of high quality H2O and make sure they don't spit in the cooler. High quality H2O. I don't know, maybe y'all be getting a water boy or something. I don't know. Totally fucking with y'all. Alright. You who sow the way. The logical mind runs away from drowning. Lovers accept drowning in the sea as their destiny. The logical mind finds consolation. Sorry, I'm like cheesing over here, but I'm not sorry. Okay. The logical mind runs away from drowning. Lovers accept drowning in the sea as their destiny. The logical mind finds consolation in reaching a level of comfort in life. Lovers are focused beyond their own comfort. Rumi. Okay, before I go on, the lovers, since it's speaking on the lovers, that's Gemini energy. So, oh, also, I do believe that we are in Cancer season right now. That's what I'm getting from the water here. Hey. See what I mean, though? See what I mean? Let's have a drink of tea. Haha. That's how I'll deal with that one. Cheers, y'all. Remember, always to live in the moment. Cheers to living in the moment. Right? Back to it. I have looked to you in my darkest moments. Search for you as though fumbling for the candle and matches during an unexpected and interminable blackout. I am the ship at sea, seeking you as my guiding light. Nay, I am the sea, rising up to the horizon because I yearn to be closer to you. Then, oh, to my greatest relief, you rise like a phoenix from the ocean. So, could be talking about a Scorpio here. Scorpio energy is that phoenix energy, but humanity in general, I'm just going to say, is there's a lot of people rising from the ashes right now. And humanity really is trying to rise up from the ashes right now. All right? Anyways. Casting hallowed golden light all around you as you rise like a phoenix from the ocean. This great blazing angel of holy fire. In a sweet instant, my soul rests in your presence. The sea becomes calm. The darkness abates. Your light reveals truth, and through your living presence, I know my true self again. I am what you are. Even when it appears I am returning, after being lost in darkness as though I could ever be extinguished. I am divine light. I am you, a living sun. Even in your unquenchable passion for service to humanity, to the world that offers you so much, there is a time when your most powerful offering is actually and most simply that of your presence. See, and what I say about stillness and just being present, right? That's awesome. Confirmation. Got it. Can't make this shit up. You show the way. You who inspire through how you choose to live and be. You who sometimes think yourself to be invisible. You who consider yourself to be of no particular or exceptional worth. Yes, you who through your choice to live your truth, reveal my face, demonstrate my love, embody my presence, heal my beloveds, and love my creations. This oracle comes to you with a special message. You are an inspiration. And what I say about, the solar plexus being that creative energy, right? You are helping those around you, and even many of whom you are unaware. You are doing this because this is your path, this is your way, this is your gift. To live a life dedicated to the growth of consciousness and, through that dedication, inspire others to receive the loving consciousness of the great beloved that can benefit them so greatly. No matter what their situation or circumstances, you are not doing this through any effort or will. You are doing this because this is your nature, your being, your way. Just as the sun breaks through darkness with its own light, shining light with its presence by simply being, so too does your inner sun, your soul. You don't have to understand this or do anything with the information given, although you may find it of comfort or even be shocked by it, pleasantly perhaps. It is just an acknowledgement of who and what you are, given freely because you are ready to receive such an acknowledgement. You are also being gifted through this oracle with a sign, a portent. This oracle is an omen, an issue too difficult for you to understand, no matter how hard you have been working on it. It's about to be resolved. You have no need to hold on to it or become more worthy of that resolution. One moment, please. It is going to happen according to the grace of the great beloved, and your job is to allow it to happen. To simply bear witness to that resolution, even if you have no idea what is going on in the process. You may find that whilst you are letting go, the resolution happens without you being aware of it until after the fact. Then, apparently all of a sudden, what was an issue is no longer so. You, who help others, are a worthy recipient of the help of the great beloved. Be prepared to surrender all plans and convictions about what can and cannot be, about what you think you know and what you think you need. Allow the benevolent grace of the beloved to take you through the great waves as the seas become calm and serene under the living divine light. This oracle brings the message that if you have a situation in your midst that feels impossible to resolve, the divine has it covered. Do the sacred honoring ritual and let it be sorted out by a power greater than your own. It shall be sorted out, and your sun shall rise, just as day follows night, again and again. So too shall your sun rise after any issues or struggle. Have faith as well as hope, and know that this is a sensible approach to any dilemma. No matter how serious it may seem, for what use is it to bemoan the absence of a day, even on the longest night, when you know in every moment dawn is ever closer to the breaking once again? Your hope, then, is not foolish, but wise. The sacred honoring ritual is as follows. If you would like to participate, take a deep breath through the nose, out through the mouth, eyes closed, in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Expel that energy and exhale all the way. One moment. sorry about that. Even though it's not my fault, I release it. It has served its purpose, and I honor it for what it was, and it can move on about the way. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another video separate from this one. And any time for the sacred honoring rituals that are in these books, I'm going to go out in nature with my camera away from all the noise, and then we'll do the sacred honoring ritual like that, okay? But for now, I don't want to, because it's a long way from a park and it's hot as fuck outside. So the sacred honoring ritual. So take a deep breath through your nose, out through the mouth. Place your hands on your heart and say, "The divine, who loves me unconditionally, blesses me now with such grace that my life aligns with divine order and all becomes golden. Blessed and mercifully held in the compassionate consciousness of the Creator. I thank you for the courage and faith I have needed to endure the night. And I now celebrate the coming dawn. I see it breaking. I see its light, and I thank you for this mercy. With Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, I am now shown the way to the dawn. It is at my feet, and together we step into the gift of a new day. So be it." If you have a specific issue you would like addressed at this time and moment, or when you're ready, hand it over to the Divine Beloved and talk out loud about it. Spend some time with yourself. You know, just as if you were having a conversation with your oldest and dearest friend. For that is exactly what will be taking place. Then, when you have explained your feelings, your doubts, or fears, let it go and know that the situation is held in the grace of the Great Beloved. You have completed your sacred honor ritual. All right, collective. So that's for the month of July. So the rest of this June and all of July, I won't be doing another collective read during July unless I happen to do one, because every read I do here, or anything that I do here on my channel, is different. I am uniquely my own. I'm a madhouse. So, you know, thank you for tuning in, and remember, live in the moment. And also, what I was saying about the sacred honoring ritual that's in these earlier, right? Real quick, I'm actually going to pull a bonus card. And we can do that from the Making Magic deck by Priestess Moon. While I'm talking about this, right, about the sacred honoring ritual and making a separate video, I'll do that. I actually already have plans on doing meditation videos with singing bowls and tuning forks. I'm doing a training to become a certified sound healer. So once I get that complete and I have enough money to get the set of singing bowls that I want, because I'm picky about some things, you know, but for good reason, You know, if I'm going to invest, then I want to make sure that I get the best bang for my buck, right? I like to make my money go a long way. So there's money coming out again, by the way. But yeah, I will be doing separate videos for the sacred honoring rituals separately from this. I'm probably not even going to include the sacred honoring ritual that's in here with the reeds unless I'm called to do so. All right? So we have abracadabra with wings, fantastic, good fortune, and lucky chances. The elements. The elements of fire, air, earth, and water combine to create powerful protective boundaries, spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional. And what was it I was talking about when I was channeling? Again, can't make this stuff up. I'll take a picture of these cards so you can get a screenshot of it as well. The power symbol. Cleanse, purify, and protect the physical body. Did I not say protect the physical body? Right? But it wasn't me that said it. It was spirit that said it. Because I'm just a channel, right? Achievement. Win the award, accolade, or contract. So yeah, I said something about forward movement, right? See, we're still going. We're still rolling. I thought it was going to be the end, but it's not. Run it. Breaking bad habits. That's something that I've done. I have officially conquered all my bad habits, except for cigarettes. I'm trying to quit cigarettes right now. So, but some of y'all might need to do the same thing. Water. Work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement. And one more. I'm hearing one more. Let me take this. Love charm. Attract a lover, soulmate, or life partner. And we was talking about Gemini when I was reading the book and it brought up the lovers, right? So definitely a message in there for a Gemini out there, or somebody that's dating a Gemini, or maybe somebody's got a Gemini coming in. All right, y'all. Well, let me know how this resonated for you. And again, thank you for tuning in to Shadow Nexus. I appreciate y'all so much. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get notified anytime I do a video. Ding, ding, right? All right. Much love, y'all. Stay beautiful. And namaste.